Hello, friends. Happy Friday Eve. It's Medical Billers Network live time. I hope you guys are having a spectacular week. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. My name is Jasmine Veles, and I am the mama of this space. Here in Inlera University, we are committed to alleviating the stress and confusion in the business of healthcare. With my over 25 years of experience in the business of healthcare, I have a little bit to say about pretty much everything in the business of healthcare. And so in this space, we talk about all of that, basically everything related to revenue cycle management, credentialing, practice management. On this particular channel on Thursdays, it's Medical Billers Network Live, where we focus specifically in the revenue cycle. And so today's a little bit of a unique live. I'm happy that you guys are here hanging out. If you are here and just getting into the space, let me know that you're there by popping a comment into the chat box. And today's question of the day is a question that I would like to hear an answer from you on your opinion of what do you want to see on Medical Billers Network Live or on the channel overall. What are you interested in seeing more of, and what are you interested in seeing less of? Let me know what's going on in your world, and what are you struggling with that you would like support in. So we have a channel member in the house. Hi, Miss Katrina. It's great to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Sorry, I just cut my little click. Okay, there we go. Vanita, hello, Vanita. Thanks for hanging. It's so great to see you always. Is it Keon? I hope I'm saying your name right. Hi, Keon. Thanks for being here. Excited to have you. Another channel member, Erica. Hi, Erica. Thanks for being there. Let us know when you get a second what you would like to see more of on this channel or on Medical Billers Network Live. I said it right. Yay. Awesome. I love that. Thanks so much for being here, Keon. Today I want to give you guys an update on where we are, what we're doing, what have we been up to, and what are we planning on our side. And as I said already, I want to know what you would like to see on your side. So hi, Tyra. Is it evening already? Good evening. Just kidding. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. I'm just teasing. It might be evening for some of our listeners. So there's your pass. I feel like it's evening. I just had a late lunch, and all of a sudden while prepping with Nicole was like, oh my gosh, I'm tired. So it feels like evening to me. I'll probably be opting for another dose of caffeine in just the next few moments here. It's cold. It's pollen season right now. So if you hear me clearing my throat, probably just a little bit of that residual spring hanging out in my lungs. So just know that you are not alone if you're suffering. Here in Charlotte, everything, it feels like it's covered. You walk outside, you have your phone in your hand for 5 seconds, and it's already covered with little sprinkles of pollen. Give it 5 minutes, and that's it. You're going to need to pull out a napkin to clean that baby up. So, all right. So you guys, I'm excited that you're here. Thanks for coming to find out about our updates and learning what's new here for Inlera. We are kind of going through a little bit of a shift in a good way. I mean, it's spring, right? So we're kind of reevaluating what we're going to do for next quarter, because it's almost the end of the first quarter, and out the gate, busy season. Nicole and I have been kicking our butts, getting things done, making things happen. And we've started to make some adjustments based on some of the things that have us as a company, and also being able to make space for things that you guys are asking for. So with that said, I wanted to kind of come on and give you guys a little bit of an insider's view of what we're doing. And I really would love to put it out there that we want to hear more feedback from you also. If there are things if there are things that you absolutely are like, I wish they would do this more, please let us know. Know that we take all of that feedback, and we will absolutely do our best to weave it in where we can. And that's kind of what I want to chat about today. So what's going on? So first of all, changes around here. So we just started our Mastering Medical Billing for this next session, just kicked off last week. If you want to still be in that program, you still have some time to join that program. You will be like rushing to make sure that you have your paperwork and all that stuff filled out, and we can get you textbooks, and you're not behind. We haven't even started our live office hours yet, the live office hours. We will hope everybody who has filled out the survey, students that are in the program, will have their invitations for next week's live to start taking my live office hours to start taking place. So you'll be a little bit of a catch up, but not too far behind. So you haven't actually met your classmates or anything like that yet. So just know that is still available if you've been interested. There are payment options for Mastery Medical Billing, both monthly arrangements directly through us. And then we have, if you get to the checkout screen, there's 4 different payment options on Mastery Medical Billing. So we have Mastery Medical Billing going on. We have the Inner Circle, and my Inner Circle folks are rocking it out. We're about to wrap up Q1 together. Inner Circle is our folks that have medical billing companies and are in a one-on-one coaching program with me. And I'm just so proud of this group, and I'm looking forward to just watching them thrive through the rest of this year. A lot of great stuff happening for each of them. And so I really just want to kind of put it out there to you. If you wanted to be on that next group, we don't open enrollment for that until September. But we are going to open up a wait list for that course, or for that program, so that you can kind of already put your name in the hat to say, I want information when we open up the sign up, so you can be considered, because Inner Circle is meant to be a small group. We really want to be able to do a lot for the members of the Inner Circle and actually be able to give more time and energy. It's a lot of one-on-one with me. So there are one-on-one coaching, there's group coaching with me, there's communication in the portal, like the online community that they're able to communicate with each other, of templates and resources and things to the members. So it's something that requires a lot from me. And with that said, that's part of the reason why we're making a little bit of changes, because I want to be able to pour into those folks that need the time and the attention. And so Inner Circle is available if you're interested in someone who's wanting to open a billing company or have already opened your billing company and are looking for guidance on scaling, growing, creating a better structure that actually is more of a company versus a solopreneur business, which a lot of us, I know, as billers can fall into. So with that said, what we're doing is making more time for both the programs that are out there and our channel members to receive a lot more value baked into their membership. And so my folks who are channel members, you guys already had one of your first lives in the month of February. You have another one coming up this month as well. The members themselves, the members have their own channel lives that take place. If you haven't seen it, it's because you're not a channel member. You probably don't see the reminders about things like that. We also have ability to provide resources and different tools to the channel members in a separate channel community page, I think is what it's called, on YouTube. So anything that we post on there's exclusive posts that we can be able to put that is only available and accessible for channel members. And all of those things require a good amount of time and energy. And so we just want to make sure that that's full of value for you guys. And we also want to be able to give a lot more individualized attention when it's possible. So doing things like the Q&A, the open Q&A for members, we're able to do that. So we are shifting away from weekly lives happening on this particular channel, meaning like on the Medical Billers Network Live. So Thursdays at 2 is not going to happen every single week. It doesn't mean we're going to go away from them completely. It's just not going to happen every week. We are keeping the first Thursday's trivia. And so you can still come play with us and win some money. We are also keeping the periodic lives where we'll do some, quick education and chat about some things that are taking place. We will send notifications about that days in advance so that you can prepare for it. We'll probably still keep it around the same time. So Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. So be on the lookout still if we have the lives that are for the general channel. If you're a channel member, you will have your monthly lives in addition to the other perks of your channel membership. So your monthly lives, and then of course the trivia is an option or opportunity for you. And then available for everyone, what we're trying to really do is allow us to help each other collaboratively by really inviting all of you to be a part of the Medical Billers Meetup. If you did not join the Medical Billers Meetup before, it's essentially a time for us to get together on a Zoom or a Google Meet, basically, a video where we are seeing each other and interacting with each other, where we can go into breakout rooms specific to topics. And it's completely free. It is something that is available to anyone, whether you're a channel member or subscriber or neither. If you're watching from LinkedIn or something like that, you can sign up to be a part of the Medical Billers Meetup. And the Medical Billers Meetup is an opportunity for you to network and workshop problems and discuss particular topics. You can look at the list of the topics for the breakouts. I think there are maybe 5 of them right now. And basically it's trying to get people that are dealing with or working through a similar issue to be in the same space together. And if you're someone who's like super new to medical billing and you just want to be a fly on the wall and kind of listen to conversations about scenarios that people are dealing with, that's available to you as well. So Medical Billers Meetup is, I think, a really great opportunity for you guys to learn from each other. And it's also a really great space potentially for you to just get to know other people, perhaps in your same specialty or in your same region, that can you can be able to collaborate and exchange some ideas. And so that's the whole purpose of the Medical Billers Network and Medical Billers Network Live. If you have not been a part of the Facebook group yet, you're going to want to join the Facebook group, also free. Same thing happens there, but just more, digitally, where you have to, communicate in writing what your situation is, what your issue is. Medical Billers Meetup is a time for us to do that together, live, in person, one-on-one. So I hope that makes sense. I was going to just look back at my list. So talking more about just in general, what the changes are. We are, in addition to scaling back, rolling back a little bit on the lives that are happening weekly, we are adding more videos. So what does that mean? It means we aren't going to necessarily be up here talking for an hour every week live on this type of format, but you will in exchange receive more value from us in both our video, meaning we'll call that mid-range content, 10 minutes or less videos, and then also shorts. And if you have not been a part of our shorts or seen our shorts, been a part of them, you haven't been a part of them yet for sure. If you haven't seen our shorts, and check them out, because you're going to get a little bit of a taste of what we're doing. We have a whole bunch coming out here in the next few weeks. We've got a ton of content that we have been developing and kind of workshopping on our side. And we really want to keep that content rolling. We want to keep new information coming out to you guys. And I'm sure you can imagine that doing weekly live streams for an hour plus sometimes can take a lot of time and energy, and it takes a lot of time and energy from you guys. I understand that commitment. So what we're doing is basically being able to kind of slice it a little bit and say, okay, instead of spending an hour together, how about we give you 10 minutes of education, or 5 minutes of this, FAQ, a question that you had to help you figure out a solution to this problem that you're facing. So it just gives you things in more bite-sized increments, which I think is a little bit more approachable for most people, right? Most of us don't have an hour to hang out. I love hanging out with you guys for an hour, but we're just not going to do it as frequently. So just know that is still, we're not pulling the plug and no more content coming out. What that's going to do is going to make it possible for me to heavily focus attention on the things that we are doing one-on-one with our students and in our coaching programs. And it's also going to allow me to be more mindful about the content that I know you guys are asking for. We get questions about videos being requested, and sometimes I have to kind of say, oh, I can't do that right now because we're doing this, or we're focusing on this area with the live streams. And what it'll do is it'll open up the content opportunities where it can be a little bit more broad and talk all things business of healthcare for you. So if you asked a question about credentialing, I don't have to kind of put that over there because we are focusing on denial management right now on the live streams. So I hope that makes sense. And I hope that explains why we're making these changes. So again, we're rolling back on the weekly live streams. We're keeping monthly trivia. That's the first Thursday of the month is monthly trivia. We have member lives also happening monthly. So if you're a channel member, you still continue to receive your monthly lives. And the more videos going up weekly and more shorts as well. I don't really count shorts as videos, even though they are videos. They're just little bite size, less than 60 seconds. you'll get what you need, but it's going to be quick. And so just know that when I say shorts and videos, for me, the videos are going a little bit deeper into a particular topic. Shorts are just straight to the point, which I know we like both. Like I do short form content as well as I call it mid-range content as well. So as far as a consumer. So here's, I want to just quickly talk in case you aren't sure about the channel membership and it's not something that you've ever done before. Channel memberships, you can find out more about channel memberships in the description box, and I'll have Nicole pop it. I don't know if you have, I've been not looking at the chat yet. But the channel memberships link, so you can kind of look at them and compare what the options are. But basically we've got channel memberships, 2 levels of them. Some of those things that are included are shout outs at the end of a video. You get your own badges. So like when I share or you see them put messages, or I share their comments, you can see the member badges as well. It's just our little logo. That's just right there in the corner. It's our little plant guy. And so he starts with a little sproutlet and then he keeps growing, gets a little bit more mature as you've been hanging out with us. So you get your member badges, and then you also get discounts. So if you did not know, like when we have our 25% for our birthday month happening this month, it was only available to the general public up to a certain period. I don't remember when it ended. And then channel members have it through the end of the month. So if you weren't aware and you were interested in using that code, it's available to channel members. They have their own code through the end of the month. And then also channel members receive access to resources that we're depositing in other member-only shares on that community tab. So different resources and templates and things that I'm sharing are going to go to channel members on the member tab on YouTube. All right, so that's just like a channel membership question or covered, because I know there are people who have questions about that and ask it quite often. Medical Billers Meetup, if you have not ever seen that before, there's a sign up for it. You will, God, I don't have the date. I'm so sorry, Nicole. I know you told me. I don't have it in front of me. That is at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Our question to you, I'm going to tell you the day because I can't remember the day. But the question to you is that 7:30 p.m. Eastern, does that work for you? Nicole has done a couple of polls for the Medical Billers Meetup. And, okay, cool. So the polls for the times for different things that go on for the meetups and other things on the channel. So if you stay connected to, make sure you have notifications on. If you have notifications on, you should get notified when we post videos, when we go live, and when we put things into the community tab, so you don't miss out. Like if we're releasing a special code or releasing something that might have like a time deadline, that's the word, a deadline on it, you would get notified around when it comes out. So Medical Billers Meetup, the sign up for that is available, but what we want you to do is to pick the room that you're going to go into. Right now it's 7:30 p.m. Eastern is the time, but let us know if that doesn't work. I'm very curious to know. I think Nicole's giving us the date. She's like, yeah, I see her. Okay, cool. All right, so give me a second. Let me check these chats because I've missed a few. Sorry. Hi, Margaret. Great to see you. Hi, Tanmoy. Thank you so much for hanging out. Can anyone get into X12? Did it go down? Did their site go down? Curious. So X12 is the site that has the different definitions for the adjustment codes and the denial reason codes and things like that. So wondering. So let's see. If it's me, I don't remember what we're saying me for, but me. Let's see. My Mo. Yes, thank you so much for providing this platform. I recently finished school of billing and coding. It seemed like, aw, thank you. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. I definitely am excited to help you in your journey. And my Mo, if you have questions that are, or challenges really that you're facing being new, I want to know what those are, because sometimes when we've been in a field for too long, I say too long, when we've been in a field for a while, we don't always realize what other people that are new don't know, because we've been doing it for so long, right? So I try to put myself in your shoes and try to understand what I felt when I first started in the field. However, it's been a long time. So I probably am missing some things. So if there are things that you're like, oh yeah, for sure, I don't understand this, or you guys say this phrase all the time and it doesn't really mean anything to me, because sometimes we throw, not sometimes, a lot of the times in medical billing, in revenue cycle, in the business of healthcare, we throw jargon around like it's nobody's business. We say these acronyms and these words, and we speak our own language, which is why we have the language of billing as a course, just to help drill those terms so that you guys understand the use and know, when they're being used, what exactly they stand for, because we throw them around quite a bit in this field. And so I want to make sure that you feel super equipped, Memo. So I love it. I like it. Yeah, wasn't taught. Yeah, I've heard the word. So this says wasn't taught anything. Okay, so here's in absolute defense of what Mimo was saying about the not being taught anything in the field. This is why in mastering medical billing, I try super hard to spend more time on real life scenarios, because a lot of the programs that exist out there are for textbook knowledge, right? It's like you're learning something that you need to pass a test, and maybe 15% of what is on that test is actually relevant to us as medical billers. And so that is the challenge. Now, I want you guys to be able to go sit and take the test, so I try to prep you for the test, but I really want to spend more time talking about real stuff. Like, for example, how do I figure out what I need to work in AR? What are the KPIs that I really should be looking at? Like, what are the questions that I need to ask myself before I start following up on a claim? A lot of programs touch on this, but I don't know why so many programs spend their time talking about minutia that most billers do not touch. Most billers do not code. There are billers that code, but most do not code. And some of the programs spend about 25% on the coding. I don't think it's a bad thing that you learn coding and know how to code. The challenge is when you get into the job and zero coding is required or done on the job, then you have a bunch of useless information that is not going to help you actually do the work that is expected of you, right? If you have a target of 60 claims a day that you're supposed to meet, meaning following up on 60 claims a day or appealing them or whatever that particular target is for you as an AR representative, knowing coding will probably not help you achieve much of that goal. All right. And you need to spend more time on understanding strategy and approach and knowing how to organize yourself to be prepared to follow up, and how to interpret an AR report and how to make modifications to the report that make it more user friendly for you. Like, that's all stuff that matters to us as billers. And most of these programs are so focused on what the world of medical billing and coding used to look like when they just started teaching it, because they just started teaching it not too long ago. Like, when I started in medical billing, coding certification was the only thing that existed. Coding training was the only thing that existed, because we weren't really interacting with, we just started coding at that time, first of all, and we weren't really interacting with insurance the way that we do now. So billing matured, and the training for billing and follow-up and collections did not mature. And so we're trying to bridge the gap, is what I'm trying to say there. So I hope that that's helpful. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. So, okay, Facebook user Nicole, I think is sharing links and things. I haven't scrolled all the way down just yet. So hi, Abu, so great to see you. Thanks for coming to hang out with us again. Okay, medical billing on the 18th of April at 7:30 p.m. So pencil that in. I have no idea what day of the week that is. The link to register is there. Don't try to type that in. Just find the link in the chat and click on it. And it also should be in our, we'll make sure it's in the community page. If you are not already registered for our email, make sure you're plugged into the email. You can click on the links page wherever that is, in our description box or in the details of this video, and you should be able to get yourself signed up for the newsletter. We are emailing now regularly, back once a week, and so you should get updates and things, and like the registrations for things like Medical Billers Meetup will come through there, so you can get reminded about that in your email as well. So I love it. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's so unfortunate, right? It's so unfortunate. And I hate, like, some of them try to have people who are actually doing billing do the training. Unfortunately, you guys would not believe it. The majority of the people that I have come across that are teaching these classes either have never billed in their lives, never, or they have billed about 15, 20 years ago. And that is not very helpful. So it's super important that, healthcare is always changing. All things are changing, but healthcare, especially moving at the speed of light, there's not a lot of big differences per se, but they're big enough that you need to be aware of them. So someone who knew billing before, like back in the day, they use terms like ledger a lot and things that we don't use as much unless it's called that in a software. There are things that don't exist anymore, right? We aren't necessarily using, all practices are not using super bills and day sheets. It's important for you to know that super bills, day sheets, fee slips exist or existed, but it may be completely irrelevant if your practice is completely paperless and using only EHR, and all you see is a claim that comes across your desk or an encounter that comes across your desk that has procedure codes and diagnoses already linked to them, right? So I, again, don't think that it's a bad thing that you understand history. Like it's good to know where we came from, so we can inform ourselves as we move forward. However, we need to know the scenarios that are going to be in most practices. That is the current systems that people are doing, not the things of the past. They're not going to help us. So, but I know, I'm sorry. I know it's a lot. It's a lot. And that's the challenge. Is I want you guys to be able to take a medical billing certification test so you can have credentials like CPB. However, at the end of the day, if you're just taking the training to take the test, and you go to a program that only offers training for the test, you will not be ready for the job as a biller. You won't. And I want you to be successful. I don't want you to fail or feel like stressed out and struggling every single day. So I agree on that. Whenever I get a denial of something to do with coding, we pass it on the coding team. Yeah. Once it's done, I resubmit it. Exactly. So, Angelica's saying exactly like testament to, there's so much departmentalization that happens, especially when you move into higher volume or higher level of a practice. Now, there are still small practices that there is a medical biller and someone that helps with coding, that maybe it's not a department. However, for the most part, if that practice is set up correctly, the provider and is doing their own EHR, their own documentation, and the EHR is helping the doctor code, that we may not even be the one tasked with selecting a code. We might just be there to overlook or oversee what's happening with regards to payer guidelines. Totally separate from coding guidelines. We're talking about payer rules. That's like area specific, region specific, right? Those are things that change according to whatever state you're in and what particular insurance company you're contracted with. So those are things that they don't teach you as a coder because they can't. It's just so hard for them to train you in that. What they need to teach you and what they should be teaching you is how to source that information, how to source the medical policies, how to keep yourself abreast to changes that are being released by companies and things like that. And that information is not taught in most programs. So I love it. Yeah, let's see. Yes, I'm a certified coder, and I've been since 2013. I've been a biller for the same time. Sorry, I've also been a biller for the same time. I love AR, and I understand both. It does make a difference. Yeah, I love the Crafty Coder's perspective on this, because the thing is that the more you know, the more dangerous you could be. But once more, just like kind of to Angelica's comment there, if you don't have either the power, based on the departmentalization that happens, the silos in healthcare is a thing. If you don't have the power to modify a code, then you have knowledge, information, then CEUs that maybe you're having to keep up with that are not going to be utilized in that particular practice or department or hospital system. There are so many systems that don't allow anyone from other departments to modify codes or to review codes unless you are specifically a specialized coder, and you would never touch as a coder billing stuff, right? You would never touch things that need to be followed up on. Touch demographic stuff, right? So those are all things I love that you know all of it. I love that you understand all of it. I think it's so valuable. Knowing the full revenue cycle makes you empowered in your role. But a lot of what happens is most of us know things that are book related and they become outdated very quickly, and we will not be doing it on the job. We won't be doing it on the job. So I love it. All right. I feel like I missed some chats here. I was trying to go back to my starred ones. Oh, I did. I totally. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, I think I did that. I think I did all of this already. Yeah. Okay, cool. I did the starred thing, Nicole, and then I forgot that I had it on there. All right, cool. Well, so I want to make sure you guys have all your questions answered. Is there any other questions or comments or things that you guys want to share? I'm just looking through my chats here. Let's see. Yeah. So many silos. So, okay, Nicole's popping the channel membership information in there. If you guys have questions, the other thing I want to mention too is I have the ability for you guys to do one-on-ones with me. So I do have times and slots available on my calendar still. I close them off and remove them often as things kind of shape up where I don't have as much availability. But if you are interested in talking to me as a one-on-one medical biller or a billing company owner, someone who's aspiring, even though we are not letting any more folks into Inner Circle for this year, you can certainly consult with me on a one-on-one level. Those coaching or consulting links can be found in the description or like in the box as well under links. It's like, I think, towards the bottom. And so there's, again, one for people who are medical billers or aspiring, and there's one for people who are medical billing company owners. And there's also one, if you've got questions about courses, you are welcome to use that. The first two require payment for those types of services. And the last one, the questions on the courses, is just a 15-minute free call with me. And so keep in mind that the times and availability will change based on what's going on with our schedule. But I would love to chat with you if that's something that you guys need help with. So, thank you. Thanks, Nicole. Cool. All right, my friends, I'm going to let you guys get back to your day. I'm really excited about the change, and I hope you are too, but I really want to know what you want to see. So please let us know and pop them in the comments at any point. And until our next video, you guys be well. Take care.